Hello, and welcome to the Power of Keywords. This is your guide to enhancing your resume effectiveness in your job search. I'm Ashley Watkins, career coach and nationally certified resume writer with RightStep Resumes, and I help job seekers successfully tell their career stories in writing and in interviews so they can land their dream jobs. Now, I've been killing it in human resources and recruiting and resume writing since about 2003. Now, what exactly are keywords? This is going to be very important in your job search as you're developing your resume, cover letters, and LinkedIn profile, or whatever other career document you're going to use. So keywords are those specific words or keywords that the employer or hiring representative has included in their job descriptions or job postings that really identify what they're looking for in their ideal candidate. Those words are usually nouns, and they describe a specific skill set or type of experience that you need to have. Now, they're not going to be the same for every single job that you apply for. So even if you apply for 3 accountant positions, not every set of keywords will be identical. Because different employers or different company types will have specific lingo that they like to use. So your job is to review the job posting and pull that information out of it to show how you're relevant to what they're looking for. Even though they may have a defined culture, you're showing how you fit into that culture because you identify with those keywords. Usually keywords are very repetitive in the job posting, so they're not really hard to identify. And we'll go into that a little bit more in this presentation. So also, you want to be careful because your information can be scanned by an ATS. And so an ATS is an applicant tracking system. So when you apply for a position online, you're uploading your documents into that applicant tracking system. And so a lot of employers have these high-tech systems that read resumes for them. So that system is scanning those career documents for those keywords. So if you're not using keywords at all, you're really putting yourself at a disadvantage, and you're already dead in the water before you even apply for it because you haven't paid attention to the keywords. So remember, the most important thing to do is identify those keywords and then find out how you can incorporate those documents so that you pass not only the human eye test, but you want to pass the applicant tracking system as well. So how do you find keywords? Where are they hiding? You can research your particular target industry and find out what those keywords are, what those phrases are that are commonly used by employers in that particular industry. Okay, and so then you can try to incorporate that information into your documents. But then again, every time you apply, you want to pay particular attention to how those phrases are said in that specific job posting to know if you need to change something. So if you're applying for a marketing job, are they calling it marketing? Are they speaking about branding? Are they talking about advertising? Are they talking about email campaigns or strategies? Things like that. Pay attention to how they're saying different things, and then you want to incorporate that information into your document. Now, you have to truthfully incorporate it, so you can't just plug keywords in for the sake of passing the system, because that information also has to be throughout your documents and it has to make sense in that particular context. So you can't have a bunch of nursing experience and then try to throw marketing words in there so that you're qualified for a marketing job. It doesn't work that way. It has to actually make sense and it has to be truthful, because remember, even if you do pass the system because you've plugged in those keywords everywhere, you still have to pass the human eye test. And so a recruiter that has any amount of good experience will be able to sniff that out in a minute. So when you look at those job postings, go ahead and scan them. I like to print them off and then highlight what keywords that I want to use in my client's documents, or I will copy and paste it directly onto the resume that I'm working on, or the cover letter that I'm working on, and then I highlight them and make sure that I'm actually using those keywords throughout the document. Also, I may use it to refer back to my client and say, hey, do you have experience with these particular things, or tell me what you did or what you accomplished in these areas, and then we'll try to incorporate that into the documents as well. So you want to be able to show the employers how you're the best fit for that particular position by using a keyword-rich document. So what does that look like? So here's a sample job posting, and this is for a patient services representative for a company called Shady Grove Fertility. So right there, you know that it's a fertility center, so they're probably looking for someone who has experience working with in the fertility environment. So maybe they've worked at a treatment center, maybe they've worked at a doctor's office that caters to women's fertility or health or something like that. So I've taken these items, these bullets that you see in red, I have pulled several keywords from this particular job posting. So you'll see that a lot of it is very repetitious. Like I said, they are nouns. They're very repetitive throughout the document, and they speak to skills and experience that the employer would like for you to have. So right here, we're looking at patient services, patient care, patient satisfaction, patient needs. We're also looking at customer service, fertility treatments, financial and insurance information, treatment room utilization, scheduling, appointments. So you see all of those the majority of those are nouns. And that's something that I saw said several times throughout the job posting. So I will say that those are keywords that I want to incorporate into somebody's resume and cover letter if I'm building this information for my particular client. Okay, so that's an example of how you can take the job posting, scan it, list out your keywords, and then you can work on implementing or incorporating that information into your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile. Because on the flip side of that, there will be an employer or a recruiter that's searching for these particular keywords. So if they're doing an internet search for you, or a LinkedIn search for someone that has experience with these keywords, you're more likely to come up in that search because you've incorporated that information into your career documents. Okay, so that's my tip for incorporating keywords into your career documents and LinkedIn profile to enhance your job search. So if you want more tips and tricks just like this to boost your job search impact, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Right Step Resumes. And if you need any job search resources like resume writing or interview coaching, LinkedIn profile makeovers, you can visit rightstepresumes.com. I also right now have a free download that gives you tons of tips on how to improve your resume and cover letter. You also have access to training that you can do it yourself. You can build a brand new cover letter and resume for your job search so you can land that dream job. And you can find that at rightstepresumes.com/free-resources. Happy job hunting.